EA Sports. It's in the game.
Limitless. The ability to break free. To experience golf in ways you never thought possible. Taking your game to levels once only dreamed of. Welcome to the next generation of golf. This is EA Sports Rory McIlroy PGA Tour. Hello again, everyone. This is Rich Lerner here to walk you through some lessons on how to play EA Sports Rory McIlroy PGA Tour. The first thing you need to know is how to aim your shot. Change your aim direction to aim at the targets and past this. Picking the right club is another key to shot selection. Your current club is always displayed here. Club to aim at the targets and past this lesson. There are 6 basic shot types into the game for you to use. Your current shot type is always displayed here. A full shot aims your club at its maximum distance. A choke shot aims you a little shorter than the club's maximum distance. A punch shot is a low shot used to get out of the trees or keep the ball under the wind. A hit shot is useful when you get near the green. A chip shot is useful when you are right next to the green and have a lot of room to work with. Creating custom shots, knowing how to change your distance. Change your aim distance to aim at the target and pass this lesson. You can further customize your shots by using shot shaping. Your shot shaping meter will show up here when you are actively using it. Change your shot shape to aim through the and pass this lesson. Different ways to play the game. Each offers a unique swing mechanic and supporting settings. The arcade style uses a simple analog stick swing. Additional aids like zoom and an aiming arc make this an easy and fun way to play. When you pull down on the stick, the golfer's animation will begin. The backswing meter will begin to fill. When the meter gets full, you want to push forward on the swing stick. A readout of your swing will appear after you hit your shot. The arcade style also gives you the ability to boost your power and add spin to shots. The power boost meter will show you how much power you are adding to your shot. The spin meter shows you the speed and direction of your mid-air spin. The arcade style automatically shortens your swing animation as you aim for shorter shots. The backswing meter will fill quicker and the animation will come to a stop sooner. Now that you know how to play and your training is complete, you can keep this style, practice some more, or choose a different style. So many historic moments have played out before our eyes in major championships, and today, two of the top players in the world are set to tee off. Rory McIlroy holding a one-shot lead over Martin Kaymer. It's the final round of the U.S. Open Championship at Chambers Bay.
Going into, the final golf tournament with a chance to win, especially a major championship, it's a huge buzz. That's the only way I can describe it. It's the best feeling a golfer can have because you're in the mix and you're in with a chance to win one of the biggest tournaments in the world. It's an incredible feeling. It's something that you may only get to experience a handful of times in your life. That atmosphere, you want to soak it in as much as you can and enjoy it.
Rory McIlroy coming off a strong performance yesterday, now making his way to that first tee box and looking to add another major championship trophy to his already growing collection.
And Rich, there's no doubt both golfers will be nervous until they get that very first tee shot under their belt.
The first tee shot is probably difficult because you've been thinking about that shot since the night before. Once you get that first shot out of the way, you calm down, you're a little more settled, you're not quite as anxious or nervous, and you sort of get the rhythm of the round. You want to get off to the best start possible, and obviously that starts with that first tee shot.
Well, here he is, Rory McIlroy, a past U.S. Open champion, about to tee off on what should be an historic day of golf alongside the beautiful Puget Sound. Frank, looked like a nice balanced swing.
Well, the free-flowing action that we find synonymous with Rory McIlroy in display, even under the nervousness of an opening tee shot. in the final round of a US Open and just blitzed it down the fairway.
That one carried a long way, stayed up in the sky forever. Oh, come on, that's not even human. That's ridiculous. That is 350 plus yards. Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second.
This looks like it's going to find it.
Looks to be a good one, Frank.
Oh, nestles inside 15 feet, so a birdie chance, Rory.
Really use this one. It's for birdie. Excellent start, Rory McIlroy. What a nice putt.
I think making putts early in a round is very important. It sets the tone for the day and it gives you some positive momentum early. You see the ball go into the hole and it gives you confidence. You face a downhill putt at a US Open with greens that are as that, it just makes it even more difficult. I feel like you always face important putts no matter when it is, but obviously they're that much more important when it's the final round of a major.
Now over to the second. McIlroy with a challenging downhill putt. And I know it's early, but this is the type of putt that can really generate some momentum for the rest of the day.
Well, this putt's only 12 feet, Rich, but it's downhill. Because of that, it's going to be very, very fast. You're almost going to putt this like it's only about 8 feet long. Allow the speed of the green to take it the extra distance.
And in. What a way to start this final round. Back-to-back birdies. After an impressive drive, Rory just 165 yards out, faced with this uphill approach shot.
It's going to play closer to about 175 yards, though, Rich, because of that uphill. So probably an extra club. But Rory, even though he grew up in Northern Ireland, where it's windy, is a naturally hull hitter.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. Fly all the way.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par. No, it's a good strike. Good swing by McIlroy. And no problem finding the putting surface.
This for par. just slides by.
Yeah, can't afford to miss too many of those out here today.
Opportunity missed right there.
There's some times when there might be a wait on a tee box, or you've played your shot and you're waiting on your playing partners to hit their shots, and you just look around and you realize where you are, because you don't really you don't appreciate it that much whenever you're playing, and that's not what you're thinking about. You're thinking about trying to win a golf tournament and not really taking in the beauty of your surroundings.
Heat of a U.S. Open championship, you're thinking about grinding out pars, but it's hard to miss this view, Frank. They call it Olympus, and with good reason.
It certainly is. A lovely view, virtually, of the whole golf course from here. But this hole, that's the one that Rory's going to worry about right now. Downhill, so it's going to play well short of its normal yardage. You're going to have to club accordingly. And look at the shape of that green, how it angles from the left to the right. Consequently, when that flag is on that right section, you have to fly that ball every inch of the way.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Got it. Now McIlroy is the chaser, looking up at Martin Keimer, and that is no easy playing a U.S. facing the like Keimer plus. Gold shot 15.
Require shot. Get the ball and get it to stop in such a short space.
And he's made it onto the green.
We're feeling if there's going to be a moment, I think that moment is now.
Trying to clean this up, make his par. Struggling a bit with the flat stick, and a drop shot here at the 15. So a tester from 4 feet. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Final few holes to play, especially of a major championship like the US Open. It's what you've worked so hard for. It's what, you've put all those hours of practice in for, and this is your moment. This is your moment to see what you've got against the best players in the world and test yourself. ultimate level. There's obviously a lot of pressure. You don't want to let an opportunity like that. You don't want to let, so just really try one shot at a time, try and put the result out of your mind, control what you can control. But saying that, it is difficult with so many things going on around you, whether it be the crowd, or it could be the person that you're going up against. There's so many things that you can't control, but the things that you can control, you have to concentrate on, and that's what you have to try and do to the best of your ability. And if you can do that, that's what gives you the best chance to try and win a huge tournament like the US Open.
You couldn't ask for much more than what we have right here. Two former US Open champions, 17th hole, tied for the lead, Martin Kaymer and Rory McIlroy.
And Rich, it's easy to remember these types of situations, and it's as much about mental toughness as anything right now. The 17th hole is named Derailed. It's a great test for both men's mental toughness. Second shot. McIlroy now just to clean up and stay even with Kaymer.
Frank, this has been just a fantastic week, and these last few shots are going to determine the entire championship.
Rich, normally you'd think par on the 72nd hole would be good enough to win a US Open, but this par 5 is certainly reachable by these players. Par, no doubt, will not be good enough.
What a great drive of the final hole. Frank, the great thing about these major championships is the slow build-up to moments just like this, and then it gets really tense.
It's a dream scenario, Rich. You just dream that you're going to have the two best players in the game vying it out, coming down to the very last hole. That's exactly what we have right now. So far, they've provided great golf. It's going to take something even better than that right now to determine who's going to win. Looks like it's heading for the bunker.
Yeah, it's in the bunker. Stuff here, Frank, from the bunker?
Careful of that lip in front of him with his third shot coming up. Can still birdie the closing hole.
Well, this is it. This is for the U.S. Open Championship. That was not a very good read right there. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Well, Frank, you hear it so often. This is a game of with your miscues.
That's
The door was open, but Martin Kaymer slammed it shut. Kaymer, the U.S. Open champion yet again. It came down to the final hole. Kaymer really put on a show. This will forever be remembered as one of the best finishes in major championship history.
Lose a lead or you lose a major, or it doesn't quite work out the way you had hoped. At that moment in time, there's obviously a lot of disappointment, but I think that passes and you use that as motivation for the next one. And that's the only way you can view it. You can't feel sorry for yourself, or you can't get down about it, because what's happened's happened. The past is the past, and you move on. But you use it as motivation not to let it happen again. My toughest loss was the 2011 Masters, when I had a 4-shot lead going into the final round, and completely blew up on the back nine. It was a very tough moment for me. It was very disappointing, but I used that as motivation to say to myself, that's not going to happen again. That's not the player I am. That's not the player I want to be. I used it in a way that 70 days later, I won my first US Open and my first major. So sometimes disappointments can be catalysts for good things to happen in the future, and it's just how you react to it. And I feel like, if you react to your disappointments in the right way, they can be beneficial.
EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage. Just a spectacular setting here in the Pacific Northwest. We're at Chambers Bay in University Place, Washington. And Frank, what can you tell us about this golf course?
It's almost like a nature walk out there. It's built amongst these wonderful sand dunes. As far as trees are concerned, there's only one really that comes into play. The rest are all in the distance, so you feel very much at one with the elements. It's kind of nice, actually, just going for a little stroll out there like that. Refreshing.
So we're ready to get the round going here at Chambers Bay, and we'll begin, Frank, at the first with a par 4.
496 yards, obviously that'll stretch anybody out there. That bunker down the right is very much in play. The fairway does narrow out too, just short of that. So this really is going to require one of your best tee shots. Semi-blind second shot, a relatively big green.
Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
That's in the fairway. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. On the green. And a chance for birdie here on the first hole.
Distance.
Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Now to the second hole here at Chambers Bay, and Frank, it is not overly long. Where's the trouble here?
Well, 281 yards really to the big long bunker that goes all the way to the green. As long as you can avoid that, you don't have to hit driver down here, just something that's going to be a little short of that. You're still only going to have 100 yards really, or just over 100 yards in for your second shot. A really good chance too to get off to a good start.
That is just a beautiful shot. Frank, what do you think about this approach shot here at the second at Chambers Bay?
If you've driven it down the right side, you have a much better view of this green, better access too to the flag when it's on the back left. You really want to just avoid that little bunker that cuts in on the right side. And there's a little sort of gut on that left side of the green, where that sort of collect.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Not a gimme, but well within his range. One under the round. At the third, Frank, and what are we staring at here?
So very somewhere. Anything in the middle of the green corners, well, if you can call them corners, more like ragtails, but beautiful par 3.
Good-looking shot right here. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some easy birdie.
Frank for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
Read and the speed. And stuff for Rory, that's a par. Frank, here on the fourth tee, you get a good look at what Chambers Bay really is all about.
It's framed beautifully, Rich, by the bunkers there, left, short, off the tee, plus the ones down the right side. You can see everything in front of you, but the hole does bend to the right. This is another one where you've got a generous fairway, but don't be fooled by that. It's fairway first.
Tough par 4 measuring 495 yards.
Ah, nice.
Looks good. Strike. Good luck. Good chance to attack the pin. It's a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
You wonder what he's thinking on that.
Great professionals, Frank, they don't fear the greenside bunker shot, do they?
No, because you can be as aggressive or as conservative as you want. Far more options. And you don't have to hit the ball first.
I'll tell you what, Phil the Thrill, Phil Mickelson could not have done it any better. What a bunker shot. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Oh, that hurts. Thought he had it. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. So with that, the score is now at even par. Frank, it's kind of fun to swing away on an elevated tee like this, the 5th here at Chambers Bay.
It looks straight away. It certainly does. And under 500 yards, so it gives you a chance, plus that elevation. You should be able to knock one down there. The whole pinches in, though, with those bunkers left and right, and there's just one bunker in the front of this green. And that, as you can guess, should be avoided.
Be careful. They call this hole free fall.
He's after it like he is here.
And that ball is absolutely scorched. Just hit a seed out there. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up, it's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is. This looks like it's going to find the target.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, get another good look. This is a 9-footer. Makes the putt and goes to 1 under. Ready to tee off here at the 6th. Frank, where are you looking to land the ball off the tee here?
Well, as long as it's not in the rough, the bunkers, well, there's no trees here, really. That little green strip, that runway down there, another hole that bends to the right, but find the fairway. The fairway's wide enough. You've got a pretty good idea exactly where you want to go. And once again, this is one of the shorter par 4s. So good drive here, just a short iron in. Oh, I liked that. Can we get a measure on that one? That's enormous.
A shot here at the 6th at Chambers Bay, and what's the key, Frank?
Well, I think it's a fun second shot, Rich. Too often people just look at the yardage and away, but really, you wanted to play this hole as the Scots wanted to play the game. Then when the pin's at the back, you'd hit a low running shot that bisects because.
About 25 feet from the cup.
Chance for back-to-back.
Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. Didn't hit that much better.
Settles in over the putt. Par for McIlroy, but you're just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator away. On the 7th tee now, it is over 500 yards from the back tee.
Yeah, this is called humpback, and you can see why there's all those mounds and undulations between you and the hole, plus all that amazing bunkering down the right side. All to be avoided, really. If you can do that, then you get a decent look at this green. But yeah, you've mentioned it, 500 plus yards. It's going to play longer than that uphill.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
Getting set for another approach. Our featured golfer really looks dialed in at this point.
Yeah, right now, this is a great feeling to have as a golfer. Your swing's good, the timing, it's almost like it's just completely natural. You don't have to think. The swing is exactly where you want it to be. So really, you're just looking at the flag in front of you.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par. safely on the dance floor.
These putts keep the round together. That's how you maintain momentum. Make those putts for par. Now to the 8th and a long par 5, Frank.
Fortunately, there's no bunkers, just the dunes either side. The hole looks a little narrow off the tee, but get down there, you're going to realize that's a fairly generous fairway. There's a little bit of mounding in this green, too, that actually slopes it back towards the player. So use that to your advantage.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
The fairway with that, just a gorgeous swing. Second shot here at the par. And it makes the green in regulation. This cross-country special. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Been pretty away from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Good try. Didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem cleaning up here for par.
That's 1 under on the day. Frank, the 9th hole is called Olympus. Feels as though like Russell Crowe should be standing on the tee, starring in some sort of a movie. Greek gods.
I knew you'd go like Titans and that down here. But this golf course is for the mere mortals, Rich. This isn't for the gods and the Titans of the world. They might think they are, but this is for you and me. This is for everybody. 36 handicaps. We can all play.
Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. Well, the bad news is he missed his target by quite a bit. The good news, he's still on the green. Trying to stay steady, make a par. Just a weak effort right there. Well, too bad. He gives one back. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Novello playing Chambers Bay out in the state of Washington in the great northwest of the United States. Frank, let's take a closer look now at the 10th hole.
Well, you can see where you've got to go by virtue of the dunes left and right. This is one of the few greens that is well bunkered around. So you can see it short, short right, short left, and there's another little bunker just on the left side. So it's a tricky little second shot coming in here. I'm loving that balance. That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, Rill's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Good-looking shot right here. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Frank, that looked good to me. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts.
Even par currently.
Routine stuff for Rory. That's a par. Now on to the 11th, and Frank, we are looking at a long par 4 in front of us.
We are indeed, and it's called shadows, but there is love in the shadows here. Hit it over that dune down there in the middle of the fairway. If you can get it there around the 300-plus yard mark, then the hole obviously starts to get a little easier. That second shot, you'd like to hit a lot in here. But there's two levels to this green, so make sure you're on the right level where that flag is. Are you for real?
It was terrible.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. That's a bit offline. Frank, here we go again. Another shot from the rough.
Yeah, let's see if he learned his lesson.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Well, he's on the green, but still plenty of work left. About a 25-footer coming up. And the computer dials this one up at 26 feet.
When you consider the length of that putt, that's a good putt.
getting set now over the putt. So that's a drop shot. The 12th here at Chambers Bay is known as the Narrows. What's the play here, Frank?
Two, really. You could just sort of iron it down there, have a little wedge or a pitch in there with no sweat whatsoever. Or, if you want to have a little bit of fun, if you can drive it over that bunker that's just short left of this green, you might just putt for an eagle.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play, very solid. And as he strides up here to the 12th green, having hit it in regulation, he knows now that his work is means done. A long putt coming up. That's a head scratcher, no other way to put it. That close to the green and misses it badly to the right. This is for par. Par for McIlroy, but you're just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. 13th hole now, it's a dogleg right, par 4. Frank?
But at 534 yards, you need an eagle eye, which is the name of the hole, to find exactly where you want to hit this. Doglegs to the right. There is a fairway that's plenty wide to accept a good tee shot. And then from there on in, it's actually a relatively straightforward second shot, providing you can miss that bunker that's just short in the middle of the green.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
It's nice to roll in a 25-footer now. Feel good. But still, there's nothing like hitting that perfect tee ball. Long and straight.
Yeah, you can puff out your chest, last to play, the advantage, holes shorter. Basically, the list goes on.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man.
It's just unbelievable that never deviated.
You don't want to let this one. This is about concentration and focus at this point. So begins the climb back. Now to the 14th hole, and this is the 5th consecutive par 4 here at Chambers Bay, and by this point the players will know whether they're on their game or off their game.
At 546 yards, this hole can be shortened considerably if you choose to take a brave line down the left side. You can chew off as much as 70 or 80 yards. But once again here, because the hole bends to the left, you've really got to know which direction that wind is coming from. That was nuclear.
The dominant number one player can do. Rory McIlroy now approach shot. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Sizable putt from 16 feet. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so elusive. Frank, normally in a golf course, you don't want to spend too much time trees, with the trees, around the trees, but part of me wants to go up and hug this tree because he's all alone. It's the only tree on the whole golf course.
Well, I know you're a tree hugger, Rich. I really do. 246 yards when they play this off the back tee at the US Open. Believe me, nobody's hugging that tree. They're just trying to make three.
Superb shot once again, and only about 15 feet away for a birdie. Frank, this would be huge.
Oh, it's got that strut going, everything. This is when that hole starts to look a little bit bigger. You really feel like you can start to make everything.
Frank, you know what gets me about this game? Here a person makes a legitimate effort, makes a good stroke, and that ball spins around and is just laughing at the player. And now what's left, you could breathe on that ball. It counts the same as a 300-yard drive. It's not right.
But it's the beauty of the game.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Not missing by much today, but enough to again be in the bunker. Okay, a bunker shot here, shot the pros really like. The amateurs, they don't like it as much. Frankie's cranking it and banking it. Giant drives, a boatload of birdies. What a round.
Yeah, these are the days you just dream for. You know, golf's not that easy. But on a day like today, savor it and just keep going. Keep doing it.
Frankie's knocking them down and picking them up.
Oh, it's just taking pins out, one after the other.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Right at the edge.
Just a fraction softer, then it might have just turned in.
Did the job right there. Frank, you don't need just a caddy out here at Chambers Bay. Seems like you need a sports psychologist. You start thinking about the names of these holes. Beached at 16, and what's 17 called?
Derailed, and you can see why too. That green's perched up there. If you've got the round going in the wrong direction, this is not a hole to start on. So if you've got a run going, it's just a good tee shot that lands around the front there, and you just take a three here. This is not a hero. And safely on deck.
Just a pure strike. Perfect result. He'll have a good now. This one just requires a little bit of focus. That is a handful. 5 birdies for the round. Now to the 18th hole. Everyone wants to finish in.
Yeah, the home hole here, once again you head back to just a full view and you realise that Chambers Bay was designed as a walking golf course, and it was designed to have fun and test every department of your game. 18 will do that. Just going for a little extra. That is burning through the atmosphere. Look at that thing. It's got a tail on it.
Yeah, that's like a rocket ship. That one was launched by NASA. Frank, I know you like boxing. That was some heavyweight power right there.
Smoked it.
That was just a beautiful drive. You hit it solid and right in the middle. Frank, you want to finish with one good swing here, the approach shot to the 18th hole.
I don't think there's a flat putt on this green, Rich. There's so many different sections. We said the course was like a maze. This 18th green can be like a maze. If you're on the right portion, then obviously that certainly helps. But there's so many different levels to this green.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. These putts keep the round together. And with that, ends the round with 66. Frank, you have to like what you saw out there today.
I certainly did. Swing is excellent right now. Stroke, there's nothing wrong with that. Really, just it's a case of getting out of your own way. The opportunities ahead now, chance to win, just they have to be so motivating.